knock it out today.
Titles gon' title. Titles gon' title. Titles gon' title. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause on what she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Why are you moving out? Of what? Why did Daddy say so?
Because we were talking about every night, we, I wanted some boyfriends, so I'm moving out. Okay.
Because Daddy told you can't have a boyfriend in his house? So you're moving out?
Yes.
Yo, I don't see myself. Gang, gang, gang. What's up, tribe? Welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your invisible tolerologist, Dirty Folks. Yo, just real quick, man. I want to give a special shout out um to the pick me's who have decided to join me on Pick Me Sundays. I think that's awesome. I want to give those ladies a special round of applause. And overall, what's going on, tribe? Um, so check this out. I'm looking forward to Pick Me Sundays. Stupid ass Mike. I'm looking forward to Pick Me Sundays though. All right, so check this out. We're gonna get right into it today because it's a lot of information. I want to give you in a little bit of time, and I want to give you guys perspective because I know y'all think y'all coloreds, and I know y'all worship women. So I want to break down simple dynamics while using Jalen Rose as a backdrop. Um, I researched a little bit for this show, so it's a lot of information in here that really, to be honest with you, just enforced my initial belief. So we're gonna get straight into it. This first clip is Jalen Rose last year on Mother's Day doing a tribute to his deceased mother. She had just died right prior to that. So let's get to this because I want to give you guys context of the type of man that we're going to be talking about today before we go straight into the goddamn drama of the daycare, right? And Jay live in Detroit. Detroit is a daycare. It's also Chicago's daycare. Detroit is also a daycare. So before we get into the daycare drama, let's do a character analysis of the man of the day. That ain't what I meant to do.
For the acknowledgement of my mother and her legacy. Um, this is the first time in my life that I didn't have my mother and grandmother on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And it's been tough. It's really been tough for me and my family. But I'm gonna be strong though. You know, I got a lot of people that rely on me, a lot of people that love me, a lot of people that believe in me. So I'm gonna represent. And Mom, I'm gonna make you proud. You know, like, we fell in love with basketball together. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father played in the league, and to not know him, she was like, you gonna make it. You gonna get us out the hood. I promise you. And I was like, I'm gonna do it, Mom.
I ain't even see that part. I ain't even see that last part. I saw the crying and I stopped and I was like, yo, this is great content for the show. Because you obviously can tell that he loved his mother. What we're going to establish today is that his mother loved him. It's an old Scarface lyric. Mama, did you really love me, or was I just a child? We're going to analyze this, and I'm gonna tell you after the break why I say that. Okay, so we're establishing Jalen Rose as a son who loved his mother. I don't want to go as far as saying son husband, but when I had a Facebook post that went viral like a couple of months ago about how males are way more responsible and more accountable than females. Let me explain why. By 8 years old, the test scores that boy has in 8 years old in third grade dictates whether they're going to push him towards college or build a jail for him. 8 years old. By 12 years old, he has to come up with a plan on how to buy his mama a house. He can't even bust yet. He ain't reached puberty. And he's always trying to figure out how I can get my mama out the hood. You can't tell me with that level of responsibility that young, while chicks is 38 years old talking about where all the good men at, these dicks act like children. You can't tell me that men ain't awesome. Y'all so fucking awesome. You 12, your mama 38. She can't figure out how to get out the hood, and you got to do it. And still go to 7th grade. Goddamn toddlers, man.
Mama back.
Anyway. So, his mother, background information. His mother had 3 other kids. And then she had him by a guy named Jimmy Walker, which is hilarious. We're not talking about Jimmy Walker, J.J. Evans. Jimmy Walker was his name. He actually played in the NBA. He was a 2-time All-Star. He played with Pistol Pete Maravich in the championship game. So we're talking the 1960s. Legend has it, but I don't believe Legend because Legend came from a woman and she had clothes on, so I don't believe her. But legend has it that Jalen Rose's mom found him hooping. She knew she wanted a basketball dude. Back then, man, it wasn't no social media. Girls can just do coochie pics and get rich on IG. Back then, women either went to the Navy base to get a Navy man. They tried to find a dude that worked for the city, garbage man, mailman, whatever. Or they tried to find a professional basketball player. Unfortunately, I wanted to show the clip from Love and Basketball when Omar Epps talked to his dad, and his dad was like, yo, when you play ball, there's girls in the locker room. There's girls in the hotel lobby, and then you walk in your room and there's two girls laying in your bed. You can't avoid not cheating when you play basketball. I wish I could find that clip, but I couldn't. All I could find is the confessional after my ex broke his leg. But loving basketball broke it down like, yo, when you getting money, when you living in your purpose, when you not chasing women, when you chasing your purpose, girls that chase the logo. I can't get y'all to understand that because y'all think y'all individual logos, but you're not. Girls chase the logo. That line coin league you see on the screen, that's a logo for professional penny pitching. That Google and that Spotify, that's a logo for their corporations. That Notion Organic is gonna pop up next, that's a logo for our business. People chase the logo. People are happy to work for a logo. They're not necessarily happy to work for a man. Because all y'all think y'all are men. I ain't gotta follow no man. I'm a man. But a man created that logo and then you apply for a job for that logo. Girls fuck the logo. Anyway, so rumor is that she didn't know that Jimmy Walker was married and she got pregnant. And then when she told him she was pregnant, he got little. If I know anything about black girls, they love abortions. But she didn't abort the baby. You know why? Because they only abort babies when you don't have kids and you want the baby to have your last name. If you married or you on your way to prison, they pop out babies 25-8, nigga. 25-8. They love having babies by a married man just to fuck up his life. That's their job. And they love to have babies by dudes going to the pen because now you got a parole officer so she can bully you anytime you like no. That's all you got to say is no. No, I'm going to call you a parole officer. They're horrible people. Anyway. So, I know he was married because she had the baby. She had Jalen. So, she had to know he was married because she had Jalen. If she didn't have Jalen, she'd have gotten an abortion. If he wasn't married, she would have gotten an abortion. Guaranteed. Anyway. So, I'm not calling Jalen mom a rat. I'm not saying she's a hood rat. But, anyway. 4 kids. Never married. But the kids have her last name. Actually, kids don't have her last name. The kids have the last name of the dude she cheated on. Jalen's last name was Jimmy Walker. Jalen's supposed to be Jalen Walker, but he's not Jalen Walker. You know why he's not Jalen Walker? Because what I tell y'all all the time, girls complain about granddad had a family around the corner. That granddad had a second family. I gotta do the voice.
Granddad had a second family around the corner.
But they never say that third baby don't look nothing like granddaddy. All the rest of the kids dark skinned. This motherfucker light skinned, gray eyes, curly hair. And he just, all right, that's my third baby. I'm gonna say shit. They never talk about that po pussy management, but they always talk about granddaddy having that second family. Because they hate men. But we're gonna get to that after the break. So the first thing we want to establish is it's obvious that Jalen loved his mother and his grandmother. And how hard it was for him to cope with the loss of his mother on the day that he normally celebrates his mother. I want to show you something else about Jalen, just his character. Just his character. Earlier this year, ironically enough, the day after my grandfather, because my grandfather gave me the courtesy of dying on my birthday, February 17th. So on February 18th, Jalen's oldest brother died. Let's go through this together real quick, because I want you guys, this is just a character development segment. I want you guys to understand what we're dealing with. Bill Rose, Jalen Rose's brother, dies at 60 years old. He died on February 18th, day after my birthday. Rest in peace to that man. Jalen tweeted, deeply saddened by the loss of my eldest brother, Bill. Thanks for being my father figure and bodyguard. Your legacy will be held with the highest esteem. R.I.P. Big Bro. Rose has a lot of things here saying his oldest brother inspired him to be a better leader. His oldest brother inspired him to be a better student. It's in here. Just trust me, he says it. Jalen grew up and shared a room with his brother Bill and their other brother Kevin growing up in Detroit. And we're going to read this one out real quick. There's actually a video for this. I might check out this video. I didn't see the video. I'll look at it in a second. I just want to read this real quick. In his 2015 book, Gotta Give the People What They Want, True Stories and Flagrant Opinions, Rose wrote that he shared a room with Bill and his other brother Kevin in the family home on the west side of Detroit. Jalen said in his book that both Bill and Kevin were 10 years older than him. I want to highlight that. They were 10 years older than him. Remember that for later, guys, after the break. Inside of their room, Jalen slept on a mattress on the floor while the other two brothers shared a bunk bed. Their sister, Tam, had her own room down the hall. Jalen referred to Tam in the book as the princess. And then he says Jalen had a different father than the siblings. The NBA #1 overall draft pick, Jimmy Walker. The family name Rose came from Bill, Kevin, and Tam's father. So Bill, Kevin, and Tammy is older than them. And they're a decade, 10 years older than him. They were already a family before Jalen Rose came. I need you guys to understand that. We're going to talk about that when we come back. Let's go back to what Jalen Rose said right here, though. Let's not forget what he just said right here.
In the league, and to not know him, she was like, "You gonna make it? You gonna get us out the hood?
You gonna make it? You gonna get us out the hood, so you can get off that mattress on the floor while your two brothers share a bunk bed." Are you following me, guys? Are you following me? So his brother Bill is dead. His brother Bill was his father figure. Let's check out this video real quick before we go to the next phase. Let's see what Jalen was talking about. Oh, this is about him opening the school. Now we're gonna say that for later. We're gonna say that for later. We're still doing character. Arrested fugitive married to ex-Pacer Jalen Rose's brother. Yo, this is kind of spicy. Make this a little bigger so you guys can read it with me. I need you guys to understand what we're dealing with here. A woman who eluded Texas authorities for nearly 4 decades and who was arrested this week in Michigan is former basketball star Jalen Rose's sister-in-law. The former Indiana Pacers and Michigan Wolverines star confirmed that Catherine Regina Huff is married to his brother Kevin Rose, the Detroit News reported. Authorities said that she evaded capture by leaving San Antonio, getting married, and changing her name to Kathleen Regina Rose, which makes sense, because she married his brother, what's his brother's name? Yo. It's in this, Kevin. She married his brother Kevin. So remember, it was 3 of them. It was Bill, the father that he never had, right? Big bro. It's Kevin. Kevin is the second brother, over 10 years older than her, right? Now, first of all, you can't make me imagine that a woman who's been a fugitive for attempt murder is a great person. You can't make me believe that. But that's who his brother chose. This is the point I want y'all to understand. Huff is jailed in Oakland County and faces extradition. Jalen Rose told the newspaper that he would pay for her lawyer. Let me repeat that one more time. Jalen Rose told the newspaper that he will pay for her lawyer. just as a footnote, they saying that the marshals had no information to suggest that her immediate family knew about the San Antonio warrant or tried to hide her. Also said Jalen Rose didn't come up during the investigation. But the key is, I need you guys to understand. This is a man who did what you're supposed to do, I guess, when you play professional ball. He bought his mother a house, took care of her to the day she died. Helped his older brother out because his oldest brother was a father figure to him. Helped his second oldest brother out. He's helping this woman out, paying for. You know how much it costs to pay for a murder, bro? That's 30 off the rip, bro. To fight a murder, that's 30 off the rip. OJ paid $1 million. It's 30 off the rip to fight an attempt murder. Attempt murder is worse than a murder. Because with a murder, at least you have to have the evidence, the smoking gun, so to say. On an attempt, dude and they did it. It's attempt murder. Dude's still alive. She tried to kill her common law boyfriend in San Antonio. Left him for dead. Went to court. Got arraigned. Bonded out. Was supposed to get sentenced. Fled town. Went to Michigan. Apparently hit the clubs or whatever. Ended up getting married to Jalen Rose's brother. She's been fleeing for 38 years. Almost 40 years. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to check it again, but I think she's 58 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, arrested the 58-year-old Regina Huff on Wednesday. 58. She's been fleeing for 38 years. That means at 20 years old, I'm just a girl. I don't get it through the voice.
I'm just a girl. I'm not responsible for my body. I'm not responsible for my action. Everything's Jermaine's fault.
20 years old, tried to kill her live-in boyfriend. Her common law husband. That's what they called him in the reports. Which means they lived together for a minute. And she tried to earth that man. She tried to delete that man. Then at 20 years old, fled Texas to go to Detroit to try to date hot boy still. And ended up with Derrick Rose's brother, Kevin. And the reason they didn't catch her, because we're not talking computers. Back then, everybody had file cabinets until like the late 1990s, early 2000s. There was no Interpol type of computer system. She got married. She didn't try to hide anything. She just got married. She got married, so now her last name is Rose. So when people looked for her in the DMV and everywhere else, she's Kathleen Rose. They didn't have her maiden name as Huff. Look like I skipped. So y'all behind me, but y'all still with me, so I'm happy. Okay. So we're talking about a man who bought his mother a house. A man who praises his older brother, helped him out with his business and things of that nature. It doesn't say it in that report. It just says his brother died, but he loved his brother. And is helping his second oldest brother by paying for his brother's love of his life, his sister-in-law's attorney. This is the type of dude that we're dealing with. I also want to show you guys this. We're still doing character evaluation right now. And don't get it twisted, there are no perfect men. I've actually met Jalen Rose in the club. He's an asshole. He's hilarious, though. He's like funny asshole. He's not like mean asshole like Kevin Garnett. Like, I ain't like Kevin Garnett. Jalen Rose, arrogant as shit, but hilarious. Asshole. Hilarious, though. So, but no man is perfect, right? And I'm not, we're just doing a character evaluation. I'll leave it up to girls to have a 99% man and leave him for the 1% she don't like. I take the greater good. And overall, seem like to be all right guy. Let's check out this clip right here. So, This man loved Detroit so much that he started his own school, the Jalen Rose Career Academy, which is a charter school in Detroit. I've seen him on several occasions talking about raising money for a lot of things because of his commitment to educating the youth in his community that he grew up in. Because he used to have to catch 2 buses, a train, and a cab to get to school every day in order to play basketball when he was a kid. And he just wanted to do something better. And he did this way before LeBron James, but he ain't LeBron James. So who cares? Who cares if Warwick Dunn builds homes for single mothers? Who cares if Jalen Rose teaches kids how to read? They not LeBron. Jalen had to spend his own money. LeBron got his school named after him because Nike paid for it. But I digress because this ain't about LeBron. This is a character evaluation on Jalen. First of all, I just want to pause this real quick just to pay homage. Jalen Rose leadership. His waves are sick, bro. He got the 1991 curvy lining thing going on that blends. Perfect fade. You know, that's kind of, it got to be spray painted because that lining is too perfect. His waves is sick. I just wanted to pay homage to his waves real quick. Like and sub as y'all come in, man. Like and sub as y'all come in, bro. Help your boy gets 1,000. All right, let's go.
Hello, Jaguars. Jalen is enrolling for the 22-23 school year. Thanks to our generous donors, all of our scholars will receive a Chromebook, which they'll keep until graduation. Our founder and our team is committed to your scholar success. Apply today by going to jrladetroit.com or by calling 313-397-3.
See Jalen right there? That's what's up. The founder. That's what's up. I guess that's the principal, whatever. But the founder.
333. We're looking for a successful school year with you.
I want to pause this real quick. This is the graduating class. This has nothing to do with the video I'm doing. I just want to tell you what I found hilarious. So, first of all, his school colors are the Michigan Wolverine colors, the blue and gold. No problem with that, right? No problem with that. Also, I don't know who she is, but that's Jalen. Jalen's wearing blue with the gold. She's wearing white with the blue, but it could have been a gold dress. But it's cool. It's fine. All the boys are wearing blue. You see this, right? All the boys are wearing blue. All the girls are wearing gold. No problem with that. This little kid right here, man, either this is the gayest boy ever or this is the most handsome girl on earth, bro, because he's wearing gold on the girl side, but I know that's a boy. I see the little, the fuzz thing, like, the little connecting when you get your beard in, you got the look. He got that look. I know that's a boy on the girl side. That boy got sugar in his tank. But congrats to him, man, for graduating from high school. There you go, man. That's how I saw it. I was like, yo, what is that boy doing on the girl side? It's not another boy over there. That's hilarious. Anyway. Let's take a quick break. And then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of Jalen kicking his sister to the alley. Get out of here, biatch! After this quick break.
Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. No chassone. No chassone.
Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by Toddlerology and the Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other tolerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story. I want to tell you guys a story real quick. Apparently, there's an anime called Naruto. And in that anime, um, apparently like the brother and sister fight to the death all the time. And the brother always get the ups. And he about to kill his sister. Um, but she somehow slithers away. I've never I've never watched the show, but that's my interpretation. That's the background I was given. And so my cousins were talking to each other one day. One's in Chicago, another's in Arizona. I have nothing to do with this conversation. Nothing. I get a phone call. I'm at my man's crib, sipping tequila. I wasn't eating tacos, just sipping tequila, smoking his cigarettes so I could save mine. Anyway, um, my phone rang. I'm like, "What up?" My two cousins on the phone. They was like, "Yo, we watching this cartoon Naruto, and this brother and sister is fighting to the death." And the cousin in Chicago was telling, we're gonna call them Sonny and Mark. So Sonny telling Mark, "Yo, that's Dirty and his sister. They hate each other." So Mark is telling Sonny like, "Nah, I'm sure his sister hate him, but I don't think Dirty hate his sister." They was like, "Well, let's call him." So they called me on three-way and they asked me. And I was like, I find my sister amusing. I said, because my sister hates me for being born. I think I'm smashing this life thing. I think I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? 163 IQ, handsome, and athletic, and funny, well endowed. I fuck holes, and I know quantum physics. Like, I'm smashing this life thing. I'm every man, like Gloria Gaynor every woman. I would, in my prime, I'm 40 now, but in my 20s, I would have been a dime if I was 6'4". If my dad would have slept with a taller woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I would have just hit that last six. I had the six pack, I had the six figures. If I only had that, but I was still crushing them. I was like an 8, nigga. I'm fucking anything, right? I'm smashing this life thing. My sister just mad because I'm alive. I can't change that. And it's not my fault. I didn't choose either one of my parents, right? So they were like, "Yo, you and your sister need to talk." I never talked to my sister. If I called my sister right now, she'll ask me who died. I don't call my sister. 10 years older than me, just like Jalen and people. And I said, no. I said, the problem is me and my sister, we came out the same dirt. We different seeds, but we came out the same dirt. Her problem is that I treat her exactly how she treats me, and she doesn't like it, which means you hate you. Because I love me. I find this entertaining. You hate you, which is why you hate the reflection of yourself. That's all these black chicks. That's why they wake up an hour early to put on some type of fucking ninja mask and do cosplay like a superheroine before they go out in the rest of the world. They hate themselves. Anyway, so if you hate you, how can I love you, right? Anyway, I was like, call your sister on three-way. I call her on three-way. So now it's 4 us on the phone. My sister some wild shit. And I was like, what's wrong with you? She was like, I don't like you because you hate women. I was like, I do? All right. I ain't know until you told me. All right. And I started laughing. So we hung up. My cousin's like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, nah, it's funny. Because every 10 years, she has a different reason. Right? So when I'm 8, it's because you spoiled. When I'm 8, it's because I'm bad. Because she had to watch me because, our parents is boomers. You just go out into the wild world, fight rapists and kidnappers and vans with no windows with a key around your neck tied to a shoestring. You just on your own. They put food in the refrigerator, but you got to cook it on your own. Now you're living off toast because they won't let you use the stove. And boomers are horrible parents, bro. Like kids that were raised between like 1970 and 1990, they just raised themselves, man. It was just wild, Joe. Like, and this is how I know the difference between the new normal that y'all be mad about. Every 7 years they make a new normal. That's how I know the difference between the new normal and the old natural. Because we went off nature. We went off instinct. Because we out here on our own, B. We just living, B. Trying to survive. Play house. You know what I'm saying? So, her thing when I was 8 was, it's my fault she can't get pregnant at, I don't know. She didn't get pregnant at 12. I don't know. Because I wasn't even 8 then. I was like 5 or 6. I couldn't get pregnant. That's really what she's saying. I can't hang out with my friends because I had to babysit you. It's not my fault, shorty. Look at your mama. I had nothing to do with that. 15 is, I don't fuck with you because you spoiled and you mean. I treat you how you treat me, shorty. 25 is, I wish you would need my brother because you doing your own thing and is it? Now, 40 it's, because you hate women. It's always something. Because when a person doesn't like you, they'll rationalize why they don't like you. But the whole thing is, it has nothing to do with me. It's just that black women especially just want their turn to be abusive. That's why I'm not mad at my sister. That's why I found her amusing. Because when I was young, I watched this 2020 or something like that. Maybe it was 60 Minutes. And it was a show about dolls, about why black girls like white dolls. But it was also about how some girls feed their dolls and nurse their dolls, and some girls beat their dolls. And they said the girls that beat their dolls are equivalent to boys who beat animals. Like the abuse came from somewhere else, and they're trying to transfer that abuse. So you see little girls beating their Barbie dolls or whatever this may be. My sister had me fucked up. She thought I was a Barbie doll. But I swing back. So that's why she was always mad. Like, yo, he steady trying to get my lick back. I can't hit mama back. But I'm trying to do him like mama do me. And he hitting me back. And I'm like, bitch, you got me fucked up. But, so I ain't going, nigga. Not at gunpoint, nigga. I ain't going. You ain't gonna abuse on me, nigga. There ain't nobody hitting me. My mama can't hit me, nigga. There ain't nobody hitting on me. Nigga, fuck you. And she was winning because she 10, 11 years older than me. She beat my ass. But when I hear the key coming in the door and one of our parents coming in, and then run in my room, lock the door, and then she chasing me, and then my parents come in and they be like, what you doing? Leave that boy alone. I'm like, I got the last lick. I'm good. Right. So I'm going to get my lick back. And that's her problem now because she pretty and she think that motherfucker ain't supposed to get their lick back. That's the problem with pretty girls. I'm pretty. You supposed to feed me, buy me a house, get them in there and take me on trips. Never tell me no. They're pretty shit working the streets. So you my sister. I can't fuck you. Get my lick back. Anyway, so I slept on it for a couple of days. And then I said, you know what? I think I do hate women. Righteously. Context. If you treat me like your mother treats you, and we got the same mother. So take that. Your mother is assigned to love you. Your sister is assigned to love you. Your cousins are assigned to love you. Nobody has to tell them love. They just like, that's your family. You gotta love them. So now you feel obligated to love some motherfuckers that you didn't choose. You didn't choose them. You didn't choose your childhood friends. Your childhood friends are normally the friends of your parents. Like your parents' friends' children be your first friends. The school that your parents send you to, you create your next friends. You don't choose the people around you until you old enough. It's probably like in high school when you start taking your own little adventures and catching the bus and going places and playing sports. You don't choose your own friends for like the first 10, 12 years of your life. They're assigned to you. Family is assigned to you and you're assigned to love them. Considering my sister knew about me before I knew about her, because at least she knew our mama was pregnant. So she knew about my existence before a year or two before I could recognize who she was. That means that you had a longer time frame to figure out how to love me. So if you're telling me that I hate women, what you're really saying is you hate men, and you, because that's all girls do is project, right? Oh man, I cheaters. All these bitches is having babies and putting it on other niggas. When women tell you something, they're really talking about themselves. That's clothes. Like if she was naked, I would have believed it, but she had on clothes. I'm like, yo, she lying. So really, what she's saying is, I hate you, which goes into the term of that's my sister. That's my sister. So I've known all your boyfriends. All the boyfriends you said you loved, and when you broke up, you was like, oh, fuck that nigga. I've seen all of them. Your ex-husband that you alienated from your first child. I was there for all that. And I still like dude. I still call him bro. And she hate me for that. You take that dude's side over. I didn't take that dude's side over yours. I like him individually as a man. He's cool with me. He's the father of my first niece. She's cool with me. You not liking somebody don't mean I ain't gotta like somebody. That's not how I'm cut. But I saw how you turned on the dude that you married. The one that you said for happily ever, for forever, ever, ever. And 4 years later, you was like, I won't have your stuff. I saw how you turn on him. You have a track record of only loving what men do for you, but not loving the man. Because women don't have the ability to love. Only men can love. So I understand that. So since you can't love, your response is that I can't love women, but you really mean I can't love you and you a woman because I don't show you reverence because I'm always going to get my lick back, nigga. Always going to get my lick back. Because Tyler's going to toddle. Tyler's think weird like that. Girls are dumb. Girls are just fucking dumb. But after I thought about it, I said, you know what? Cool. I can hate you righteously. I can hate all women righteously because what you're telling me is if the ones assigned to love me feel hate for being a man, just for them being a man, existing, not kissing ass, not capitulating, matriarchy is slavery, and deciding I'm not going to let you buck break me. I'm going to be a man before I'm anything. You can't buck break me. I'm going to stand on my L7. Then you'll be mad forever. You'll be mad forever. But I also understand that my mother was married previous. My sister is from a previous marriage. Then my sister met my dad way before I met my dad. 7, 8 years, damn near that gave they damn self. I messed up her family. I messed up the golden goose that my mom fucked and hadn't taken care of another nigga kid and buying houses for another nigga kid and all that shit. I fucked that up. Alright, cool. Alright, that's really what you're saying. Because girls are selfish, especially pretty girls. They pretty selfish. Now I give my sister that. She was pretty. Still is pretty for her age. She doing alright in her age bracket. Just evil. Just pure evil. But I digress. All pretty girls are evil. Well, not all pretty girls are evil. But a lot of them. A lot of them. If they mama black. If they mama black.
Mama back.
Yeah, Tyler's gonna title. Anyway. The reason I gave you that story is because I'm about to show you a clip. Because I need you guys to understand. I'm going to follow up on this clip, then we're going to get back to today's message. Check this out. What the fuck is this? Just sending me shit. Give a fuck about this shit. I'm going to block these motherfuckers, man. They keep sending me shit.
With 8th grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support.
Jesus.
And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
Jesus.
With eighth grade girls.
I'm gonna play that again. But did you guys see that meme that's going around right now? That tells women, what the hell's going on? Yo, what's going on? Okay, boom. Have you seen that meme going on that tells women once you get pregnant, it's time for you to select a good father? It's a meme going on right now, bro. It said, ladies, once you get pregnant, you need to select a good father for your child. Not select a good father to have a child by. Nah, that's not how they think. Once upon a time, I was Goldfinger, whatever. I was at this elementary school doing mentorship with the Black Star Project. If you're in Chicago, you know about the Black Star Project. And I was doing mentorships through their program, 7th and 8th grade. A 14-year-old 8th grade girl stood up in class and said, I just want to have a baby so I have somebody to love and they love me back. That's what she said. She said she want to have a baby. 14 years old, 8th grade. Just like this lady. I said that I've been telling this story for 10 years, but nobody listens to heterosexual men when heterosexual men are telling y'all, yo, this fucked up over. That's why I bailed out from y'all colors. I was like, yo, I'm going to let y'all burn with these goofy ass toddlers because y'all can't follow a man. Everybody, I'm my own man, but then y'all follow a bitch. Y'all crazy shit. But here's the thing. So she stood up and said, man, I want to have a baby because I want somebody to love that loves me back. It was a love thing for her, which made me know she was neglected at home. But her mama black, so what do you expect, right? They only care about their kids on picture day. They don't care about the homework. They don't care about pregnancies. They don't care what you do on the street. They don't give a fuck about nothing. They just, as long as you look nice on picture day, so they look like a good mother, whatever. Birthday, so they can take a picture. Anyway, so that sounds a lot like what this young lady is saying. So think about this. So in this story that I'm going to play again, it's a girl that wants 2 kids. And you know she wants about 2 different men so she can maximize the child support. You know that's her plan. So she wants 2 kids by 2 dudes, and then she'll try to find somebody to love her and her package deal later. That is her plan at 14 years old. 14 years old. So 12-year-old boys are trying to figure out how to get their mom out the hood. 14-year-old girls are trying to figure out how to get on social assistance. Or, in my story, find somebody to love them. Because everything with women is what, guys?
Vaginal. Everything women say is vaginal. That's why nothing they say matters with clothes on. If you don't see the vagina, she's not talking about anything related to women.
Anyway, all their plans revolve around vagina. It used to revolve around marriage, which is using vagina to find a sponsor. Now it's social services or public assistance or whatever the case may be. But it's all about vagina. You know what I'm saying? Making men act right with vagina, trying to withhold vagina, using vagina for free meals. Everything is vaginal with these chicks. They have no cognitive thinking skills. They know stuff. They can be intelligent. They know stuff. And they feel stuff. Can't think. Anyway, we're going to play this back one more time for context. And then we're going to go get back to Jalen.
Girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support.
Jesus.
And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
Jesus.
Okay, guys, we're going to go into this clip right here. Let me set this up real quick. I need you to understand the plight of a keep a nigga baby. The baby that keep the lights on, right? The plight of the child who was told at 10 years old that I know you're going to make it to the league because your daddy tall and your daddy play basketball. You're going to get us out the hood. I can't get us out the hood. I know I don't know shit. That's all these girls on social media.
Men need to step up.
Don't listen to these bitches with clothes on. Anyway, I understand. I'm going to keep a nigga baby. I understand. All my siblings and cousins, and they 10 years older than me. My parents was in their 30s when they had me. 30, 31 when they had me. They had all the other kids at 18 when you're supposed to have them, 18 to 20. So I understand having a baby by the nigga that's going to keep the lights on. Or having a baby that you expect to grow up to turn the lights on. And I've dated single mothers before, So I know the mentality. Anyway, so what I know about kids who have different fathers, because a fruit by the seed, not the dirt. Girls are dirt. If she's a good girl, a good woman, she's soil. But men are the seed. Women do not control their bodies. They only control regret. They'll tell you about all the penises they regretted having later. Ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends, baby daddies. They don't even count the one-night stands. They don't count. So they forgot those happened. But they'll tell you all that stuff about the regret. They never tell you about the times they said no. Because all the guys they should sleep with is in their friend zone. Right? When two people have their kids by the same, two people have all their kids together, right? Same mom, same dad. That would be like a grove, right? You put orange grove. Every tree is an orange. Orange grove. A vineyard. A vineyard is a bunch of grapes. Nothing but grapes. It's like a grove for grapes. A vineyard. When you live in a city, let me take that back. When you live in a hood, because you got to understand the hood is nothing but trailer park with a 10. You got to understand that, right? The hood is nothing but trailer park with a 10. So you can be in a trailer park. You can be in any hood, USA, any city, any state. You will see a willow tree next to an oak tree, next to 2 maple trees, then a bunch of weeds everywhere. It'll be different types of grass. Some of it'll be that good Kentucky grass, and then it'll have crab grass somewhere else with like holes in it, like a bald spot in your grass. You know what I'm saying? That it's not like they don't have no grass. It's just a bald spot in it because they're using that cheap crab grass. Because it's a bunch of different seeds in the same dirt, and they're competing for nutrients. And every tree, and every plant, and every weed. Well, the weeds suck nutrients out the tree. Girls, toddlers. The weeds suck nutrients out the tree. But every tree has its own nutritional thing. Some need to be watered more than others. For instance, a cactus doesn't need nearly as much water as an apple tree, which doesn't need nearly as much water as an orange grove or a vineyard, right? Fruits that are supposed to be juicy need a lot of water. Cactus, not so much. So it's different nutritions that you need from your dirt. But they just put any seed in a dirt. And then those seeds compete. That's why weeds choke out the healthy. That's why you got to go to your garden and prune the weeds out. If the weeds didn't matter, your weeds can grow next to your potatoes. But they'll kill your potatoes. Not potatoes, tomatoes. They'll kill your tomatoes. Because the weeds will take all the nutrients strictly out the tomato. They're leeches. They single moms. They toddlers. They feminists. I don't need no man feminists. Those are weeds. Men are the grove. Men are the seed. Y'all, I love my baby mama. I never let her go. Black woman and God niggas are worshiping the weeds. That's why all they do is take their shirt off and run in the forest because they're trying to find a real tree, I guess. Anyway, kids with the same parents love each other. They'll have an attitude like, we might squabble as siblings, but you ain't gonna touch my brother, and ain't nobody gonna touch little sister. Kids with different dads are confrontational based on the father because they know what the seed's supposed to be. Let one dad do more for his kid than the other dads, which is easy to do because black women hate their kids to have fathers. They alienate kids at a rapid rate and then blame the man while they moving state to state, address to address, knowing that they don't give men women's address. They tell women your address, where you work. That's how they dock your pay. Next thing you know, you got garnishes on your wages for child support. They tell you everything about the man. Don't tell you nothing about the toddler. The toddler is in witness protection as soon as she goes to court. So it's easy to alienate a father from their child and tell the child that daddy don't want you. Disconnect that seed from his grove. And then they have this apathy with each other. Because men are awesome. Men are so awesome. Because men are awesome. And I've seen this because I met a girl, she had 7 kids. She had 4 boys and 3 girls. All 3 girls are pregnant by 14. The 4 boys, 3 of them were, one was fighting the case, the other 2 was in the penitentiary, and the 4th boy had Down syndrome. Sweet boy, man. Sweet boy. Down syndrome. Sweet boy. So he's the only one that may not go to prison because, she both mama and daddy. So, all their kids is fucked up. But anyway, I digress. And I saw the confrontation that the girls have with the boys. These boys are supposed to be their brothers. And the brothers are trying to be big bro to little sis. And little sis like, I don't need to talk to you like that. Because they don't give a shit. Because feminism. Anyway, they don't need no man protection or provision unless they're booking somebody for a fight because they are professional fight promoters. And I see this all the time. I saw it growing up with all my friends in my own household. When I started dating girls, when I was like trying to slide in with a buster and try to get there when our kids supposed to go to sleep, but they never sleep because she both mama and daddy. I've seen this dynamic a lot over the last 30 years. A lot. Y'all never noticed that Kevin Samuel said something, but I've been trying to yell this shit since like the late 90s, early 2000s. But y'all don't listen to me. Y'all listen to Kendra G and Crimson Cure and Jessica X and whatever other girl gonna tell you what a man's supposed to do. Instead of listening to a man say, yo, bro, this is what's going on, man. We need to move around. I don't listen to men because your mama black. Anyway. So, Jalen is 10 years younger than his siblings. He had an attachment to his brothers because they boys. And they brothers, but they also boys. And there's guys who love men on the street. There are guys who have so much love for men on the street that they'll go to war for a man in the street. They'll hop in that car like, man, we finna take a ride. Like, all right, bro, I'm with you. Because male solidarity is really a thing. Sisterhood is not a thing. That's just we mutually hate men until we find a man we like, and then we like, nah, ain't my friends, I ain't got no female friends. But while they single, they just hate men together and want to bust you down. There is no sisterhood, but there is a brotherhood that y'all are destroying by taking a female perspective of these dudes ain't nothing because the women that you like and your mama who you love like dudes that ain't nothing. You compare 100% of men based on the bottom 20%. But 80% of men are great. But you think you're the only good man because you're part of the 80%, which is the majority of men. But you're comparing everybody to the bottom 20% minority of men that black women like today. That black women like today. So Jalen got cool with his brothers, but him and his sister, not so much. Not so much. Remember in the earlier article, he was saying he stayed in the same bedroom with his two brothers, but his sister got her own room, and he quote unquote, she's the princess. She thinks she's holier than thou. She thinks everybody's supposed to provide for her. Everybody's supposed to fight for her. You know, everybody's supposed to do for her because she the girl. But she's unmarried, no prospects, no kids. Let's go to the next video. Make this one bigger.
This is what I have to deal with. Yeah, while I'm rehabbing and rehabilitating. So we're going to see how this all works out.
Pause. I need y'all to understand that Tyler's are always the victim. She started off, this is what I got to deal with while I'm rehabbing. Well, I can use a voice.
While I'm rehabbing, rehabilitating.
What's up?
Rehab and rehabilitate are the same word, by the way. But you know, they want to sound smart by using 4-syllable words. But let's start over. I want y'all to check this out for what it is.
And
So
Rose's
this is what
sister
I
is
woke up
upset
to
with her
today?
brother.
Yeah. This is what I have to deal with. Yeah, while I'm rehabbing and rehabilitating. So we're going to see how this all works out this morning, y'all. There he is right there, the star of the family who runs everything. Yeah, that's him right there.
Real quick, y'all. I don't want to keep pausing this, but can you hear the cantankerous spirit in her as she talks about her baby brother? I understand it because I got a sister with a different daddy. But do you hear it? Do you hear the bitterness, the hatred? That's not some brand new stuff. She's in her 50s. Jalen's in his late 40s, bro. I remember the 5'5" freshman. It was a golden era of college basketball. I remember the 5'5" freshman and the UNLV running Rebels with Stacey Augmon and Larry Johnson and that great Illinois team with Kendall Gill and Kenny Battle and Marcus Liberty. I remember the golden age of college basketball. That was like the early 90s. So Jalen Rose is pushing 50 if he's not 50. He's like 48, something like that. So this is not brand new. This isn't just today she woke up and decided she mad at her brother. This is how she's always felt about this dude. Listen to this. Listen to the tone and inflection, the body language. 90% of communication is body language. The other 7% is tone and inflection. Only 3% of communication are words. Look at the body language and listen to the tone and inflection. Tell me that this is some brand new shit.
Yeah. This is what I have to deal with. Yeah, while I'm rehabbing and rehabilitating. So we're going to see how this all works out this morning, y'all. There he is right there, the star of the family who runs everything. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah, look familiar? While his sister's in the house rehabbing, grieving from death and loss, he is bringing strangers through here to show a house that someone's living in as if a whole human being doesn't live in this house. So, yeah. Oh. Okay. That's a no. Well, you're not. Well, I live here, and I've lived here since 2019. No, I'm not squatting here. I've lived here when our mother and our grandmother was here. So that's not squatting. Squatting is being somewhere illegally. I'm not here illegally. No, that's not what squatting means. And you have a college education, so you should know that. You should. And as I told him, as long as I'm living here and until I get myself healthy and well, I'm not going anywhere. Who's doing what he's doing would communicate with the person who lives here who happens to be his sister.
I'm gonna run that back. He said, "You're squatting here." She says, "I'm not squatting here. I'm living in the same house that I lived in when your mother and grandmother lived here." He says, "You don't pay any rent. You're squatting." She says, "No, I'm not." Now that's exactly what squatting means, by the way. When your name isn't on the deed and you don't pay any bills, you're a squatter. That's what it means. When you live somewhere for an exemplary amount of time without paying any bills, and she's trying to get squatters' rights, but she ain't filed for it, you're squatting, man. She's saying, "I lived here when your mother and grandmother were here." We saw the first clip. And we can show that again. When he was crying like, "This is my first Mother's Day without my mother and my grandmother." He bought that house for his mother and his grandmother. And he paid the bills for his mother and his grandmother. When his mother passed, he decided, "I don't want the house. I don't want the memories. And I'm not paying for a sister who never really gave a damn about me to live for free." His mother died over a year ago, almost 2 years ago. I'm sure he had conversations with her. If you want the house, pay the mortgage. I'm sure he did. In 2 years, I'm sure they've had that conversation. So 2 years of prep. Then he told her, "Yo, you need to move out. I'm going to sell the house." I'm going to play the video again. She ain't took a mirror off the wall. She feels entitled to what men do. And she don't even like the man. Oh, mama black. So we've already established that Jalen took care of his older brother, looking out for his second brother's wife, because the love he has for that brother, it's not because of her. He has no allegiance to that murder fugitive from San Antonio. None. Except for the fact that she's been in the family and that's sister-in-law. And she played opposition, and his brother loves her. So he's helping with the legal bills as a favor to his brother. The man put $9 million of his own money up to start a charter school for strangers' kids to get an education, a quality education in their own community. This is who Jalen is. He's not a perfect man. He's a has, bro. That 1 year he played in Chicago, remember he got traded from the Pacers to Toronto. He played a couple years with Vince Carter. Then in midseason he got traded to the Bulls. That season he played for the Bulls. That half a season he played for the Bulls. You see him in the club. So I've seen Jalen. Like, I know he ain't no. He funny though. He funny. Not a bad guy. Just man after my own heart. I'm an asshole, man. He's an asshole like me. Like, I relate, nigga. Like, but once again, what makes the person who was assigned to love you, because she was assigned to love that boy, and don't feel no love for him, so he don't feel no way toward her. This is not a hate thing. He gave her 2 years, because men are awesome. Men are benevolent. Until they run out of love because they run out of patience. How long are you not going to feed me or have sex with me and treat me unkindly and still want to live off my off me? You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. My benevolence. That's the word I'm looking for. How long do you think you're going to live off my benevolence and give me nothing in return? All right? We're going to play this one more time. This time I'm not going to say nothing, because I want you guys to get the energy. And then we're going to read the story.
Ellen
So
Rose's
this is what
sister
I
is
woke up
upset
to
with her
today?
brother.
Yeah. This is what I have to deal with. Yeah. While I'm rehabbing and rehabilitating. So we're going to see how this all works out this morning, y'all. There he is right there, the star of the family who runs everything. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah, look familiar? While his sister's in the house rehabbing, grieving from death and loss, he is bringing strangers through here to show a house that someone's living in, as if a whole human being doesn't live in this house. So, yeah. Oh, okay. That's a no.
Well, you're not.
Well, I live here, and I've lived here since 2019. No, I'm not squatting here. I've lived here when our mother and our grandmother was here. So that's not squatting. Squatting is being somewhere illegally. I'm not here illegally. No, that's not what squatting means. And you have a college education, so you should know that. You should. And as I told him, as long as I'm living here and until I get myself healthy and well, I'm not going anywhere. Who's doing what he's doing would communicate with the person who lives here, who happens to be his sister.
Nowhere in my, there's no, bro, there's nothing in my mind that didn't say that he didn't try to communicate with her. There's nothing in my mind that says that. I want to give a shout out real quick. I meant to do it a minute ago. A shout out to XL Pro Services for the $5 cash app. He said for tacos. Sir, I will get those tacos. Thank you, sir.
Mama back.
I just want to go back to that moment in time of why he bought the house. I need you guys to understand that he got the house for his mother and his sister. Remember this?
For the acknowledgement of my mother and her legacy. This is the first time in my life that I didn't have my mother and grandmother on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And it's been tough. It's really been tough for me and my family. But I'm gonna be strong though. You know, I got a lot of people that rely on me, a lot of people that love me, a lot of people that believe in me. So I'm gonna represent. And Mom, I'll make you proud. You know.
My mama. Oh, snap. Y'all ain't see none of that. Now I gotta go back. Y'all ain't see none of that. I apologize, guys. Don't do me. They gonna do me, man. All because I ain't let y'all see it the first time. They gonna do me. After I just asked them, don't do me.
You know, Jalen, I know this can't be an easy Mother's Day for you. And Mama Rose obviously gave you the name because it was a superpower, but I want you to know that you are our superhero to us.
Thank you.
But it's able to honor your mom.
Thank you. And I'm really just forever grateful for the acknowledgement of my mother and her legacy. This is the first time in my life that I didn't have my mother and grandmother on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And it's been tough. It's really been tough for me and my family. But I'm gonna be strong though. You know, I got a lot of people that rely on me, a lot of people that love me, a lot of people that believe in me. So I'm gonna represent. And Mom, I'm gonna make you proud. You know, like we fell in love with basketball together. You know what I'm saying? Like my father played in the league, and to not know him, she was like, "You gonna make it. You gonna get us out the hood. I promise you." And I was.
Except for the get out the hood part, I just played that for context. But the love he had for his mother and grandmother is why he bought them a house. He didn't buy a house for his sister. Like and sub, pay your daycare fees, man. Like and sub though, man. Like, it's free. Okay, so let's get into the story, guys. Jalen Rose's sister Tamara bashes him after selling mother's home she's been living in following their mother's passing. Right? Yo, Jalen looking like, yo, this some bull. He ain't even got the waves. That's how you know it's an old picture. Cause he's seasick now, man. That boy seasick, man. Anyway, not the assistant Jalen Rose's sister Tamara is looking for. Jalen Rose's sister Tam is furious and blasting the former NBA player for kicking her out the house he bought for his mother, Jean Rose. Jalen didn't just kick her out. He's also selling the house since his mother has passed and probably wants to get the property off his books. Tam is throwing direct shots at her brother on Instagram for being heartless. She posted a video screaming at her brother. This is a different video too, guys. This is an entirely different video. I want to say this one for last because she has lost her ever-loving mind, bro. Like her ever-loving. Let me make it a smaller so y'all can see it because apparently they're not going to let me not turn these ads off. They stupid.
Clothes and getting my summer stuff ready and trying to continue to be healthy. But then I got to keep dealing with this idiot and this foolishness. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in there. Don't go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. My mother just died last year, okay? And you bringing strangers all in here, Jalen Rose, to walk to your mother's house that you love so much, that you trying to sell her house a year after she passed while your sister's still living here in it. And you had the audacity to call me a squatter when I took care of our mother and our grandmother in this house. You got a lot of nerve, Jalen Rose. You got a lot of nerve. And I hope the whole world see how much nerve you got now and how fake and phony you been talking about how much love you got to your mother and your family. Mighty funny. The man with the mic ain't got nothing to say today. Ain't that strange? Ain't that strange? How you gonna sell a house somebody live in and been living in for the last 3 years and not communicate? This what this guy is on.
We're going to watch that again. Look. We're going to watch that again. I need you guys to understand how many times she said my mother's house. Do you understand the ownership? You understand the ownership? That's my mother. Like it's not his mom. Because he's the plus one. He's the side baby. They do not respect men, period. And they really don't care if you they sibling because you're not from the same seed. You know what's so funny? I remember having that same conversation. This is ironic. My sister stays in Detroit now. I mean, she stays in Atlanta now, but she's from Detroit. I'm in Chicago now, but I used to stay in Atlanta. And the reason I remember this conversation is because I was in a parking lot in Atlanta talking on the phone with my sister who was talking greasy as shit. Nigga, because it's my mama. And my mama said, and then you ain't going to mistreat my mama. And I looked at the phone for a minute. This is, man, 10, 15 years before she just told me last year that I hate women. So that was 2021. Me and my sister had this conversation. I was in Atlanta since like 05, 07, something like that. Might have been 2010. It might have been 2010. So 11 years ago. And you ain't gonna be talking about. I gotta use the voice.
You ain't gonna be talking to my mama like that. You ain't gonna be mistreating my mama. You ain't gonna. That's my mama.
I remember looking at that phone. I looked at the phone like it was the phone fault. You know how you be on a conversation, you look at the phone like it's your fault? I was like, you know what, sis? That is your mother. We got two different mothers. Because the mother you got and the mother I got is two different women. I was like, man, you be easy. And I hung up on her. Because you're not going to tell me that you moved out the house at 15 years old because you couldn't take your mother, so you moved to Detroit with your dad. But yet and still talk to your 20-something-year-old brother when you 40, talking about somebody mistreating your mother. Like you ain't know this was a goofy bitch. That's why you left at 15. Because you couldn't take it. Now you sitting here telling me, because I'm in the same, and I wasn't in the same city with her at the time. I was going back and forth from Chicago and Atlanta. But you trying to tell me that this goofy bitch is telling you everything that's wrong in the world, and as always,
Everything's Jermaine's fault. It's all Jermaine's fault.
because you ain't accountable and your mama ain't accountable, and I gotta take care of everything, and I tell a motherfucker no, because if I gotta do it, if it's my fault, it's my fix. So can't nobody tell me shit. I've always been like this, by the way. Everything my fault, cool. Then everything my fix. Don't tell me shit. Sit down, shut up. If you want to have a voice, then that means that you share this responsibility, so you need to do shit. If you ain't gonna do nothing, don't say nothing. Shut the fuck up. Nothing's more tragic to a woman than watching her son become a man. Because they hate men. They hate children. They like infants. They're like babies. Because they're toddlers. Go and look at a 4-year-old. A 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, 3-year-old toddler. And they have a new baby. That 3-4-year-old kid won't stay out the baby crib. You know what I'm saying? The bassinet, the baby swing, whatever, they running. That's my little brother. That's my little sister. Toddlers love infants. Toddlers really don't like toddlers. Look at that same baby in preschool and see how they interact with the other kids in preschool. Mine, everything mine. My Lego blocks. Toddlers don't like other toddlers, and toddlers don't like big kids. They look up to big kids, but they don't really like big kids. They just jealous, waiting for their turn to be a big kid to do what the big kids do, and they sure don't like men. That's why a lot of y'all niggas growing up talking about my daddy wants shit. Sure don't like men. So one of the biggest pains is a mother watching her son get taller than her. Overnight, you'll go from
My baby.
13th birthday, growth spurt.
One of them niggas.
The transition between my baby and one of them niggas is so quick. So quick. Like, damn. But if you don't recognize it, you'll have Stockholm Syndrome. You're like, I love my mother. If you don't recognize it, because you'll trauma bond with this goofy bitch that quick. Once you do recognize it, you're like, I still love you, but we ain't trauma bonded. You know what I'm saying? The trauma bond is that 12-year-old that say, I gotta buy my mama a house. I didn't have that trauma bond because my dad bought my mother a house, as life is supposed to go. You're not supposed to buy your mother a house. If she was homeless when you got there, she'll be homeless when you leave there. You're not supposed to buy your mother a house. If she had whatever time she had before you were born, then the 18 years you were alive, and she couldn't suck a dick good enough to get a key to a crib, that's a her problem. You go get your dick sucked and you pay for your dick sucker's house. Leave that goofy alone, bro. Let that toddler stay in the daycare. I know it sounds cold, but life ain't fair. Coming to the situation, and she's telling Jalen, her mama, to keep people out of her mama room. It's not a mausoleum. Keep people out of her mama room. In her head, it's her mama house, her mama room. She's still a toddler, even though she moved in 2019. But they never emotionally grow up. They all need a daddy. They just grown. They never adults. They just grown. Ask one. I'm grown. Like, grown-ass toddler. And the dynamic of my mama's house, but mama been dead for 2 years. The dynamic of you don't communicate with me. But I'm sure he communicated, you got to get the fuck out of here. I'm sure he communicated, man, if you're going to stay here until I sell it, you need to go to Starbucks or McDonald's or something while I show off the house. Because you got to schedule when you have a viewing. So she knew them people was coming. She knew Jalen was coming. They had words before she turned on that TikTok. Tyler's going to Tyler. We're going to watch this one more time, though. Well, I got to watch it on Instagram. Anyway.
ready and trying to continue to be healthy, but then I got to keep dealing with this idiot and this foolishness. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in there. Don't go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. My mother just died last year, okay? And you bringing strangers all in here, Jalen Rose, to walk through your mother's house that you love so much, that you trying to sell her house a year after she passed while your sister's still living here in it. And you had the audacity to call me a squatter when I took care of our mother and our grandmother in this house. You got a lot of nerve, Jalen Rose. You got a lot of nerve. And I hope the whole world see how much nerve you got now and how fake and phony you been talking about how much love you got for your mother and your family. Mighty funny. The man with the mic ain't got nothing to say today. Ain't that strange? Ain't that strange? How you gonna sell a house somebody live in and been living in for the last 3 years and not communicate? This what this guy is on. Clothes and getting my summer stuff ready and trying to continue to be healthy, but then I gotta keep dealing with this idiot.
Guys, I am dying laughing. Y'all just don't even know how funny this is to me, bro. Like, I can't wait for Pick Me Sundays, man. I can't wait for Pick Me Sundays, yo. We gonna find some non-black women. Every chick don't want to be black. Y'all call them pick-me's. They really just don't want to be black. And most of the girls y'all call pick-me's ain't pick-me's. They just girls who ain't get picked and they feel they ovaries drying up, so they trying to hurry up and snatch somebody. But yo, that's why I have real issues dealing with sons of single mothers and toddlers in general. These motherfuckers had no concept, no emotional maturity. It is funny though. I ain't gonna front. It's just hilarious to me. So their brother died in February. Okay, their brother died in February. Um, their mother died last year. Grandma's gone. Mama's gone. Big bro gone. My other bro, he good. You know what I'm saying? He not good because his wife just got snatched for attempt murder. But he got his own. And now I got this cantankerous spirit. This evil person who's hated me for simply being born. Who has been treated differently just because they're a girl her entire life. Three boys in one bedroom, me sleeping on the floor. Basketball being my only out. Being blessed enough to be 6'3", so I could play. So high schools recruited me and I gotta catch two buses and a train to get to school every morning. I gotta leave 90 minutes early to get to school, to get to a decent school, to get a chance to get a college education. And I'm going through this and you just a girl. You just a girl. You have no concept of responsibility. You have no concept of accountability. You have no concept of struggle. You don't have the pressure of being told as long as you were born, you and your brothers are told you got to get your mama out the hood. I'm feeding you enough to survive, not to live, just enough to survive, to maintain you until adulthood so you can take care of me. And you got that pressure, and you the one in the best position to do what she asked of all three of her sons. Because every girl knows she need a man. She just won't shut the fuck up so she can get a man. So she relies on her sons to become a man to take care of her. Right? That's the Jalen Rose story, guys. Like and sub, man. Pay your daycare fees. I know I give y'all good content. Y'all won't even get the dude to 1,000, man. Y'all are horrible human beings, bro. Y'all don't want to see me be great, bro. I'm trying to do this for y'all, man. This good shit. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I will say though that I haven't seen social media yet, so I don't know how these goofy ass, ugly, unattractive avatar of a, you know, a beautiful chick, but you don't know how she really look, and some middle name that's a hashtag like Lisa. I got my life together. What about you, Jenkins? I don't know what these goofy bitches gonna say on social media, but just know Jalen ain't did nothing wrong. B. All these chicks be go where you appreciate it, not tolerate it, but they tolerate you. They don't appreciate you. They think you DNA. That's it. That's all you are to them is DNA. Dizzle and attention. That's all you are to them. They don't appreciate you. Then when you go where you appreciate it and you pop up with a Becky, it's what about those queens? Look, I'm gonna tell you what I always tell y'all. Before I tell y'all what I'm about to tell y'all, buy some soap and deodorant. Give me to 1,000 subs so I can become a pick me coach, and we'll do different things on. We'll keep it, we'll keep it cordial on Discord or something. But I'm gonna transfer this YouTube to a pick me channel so I could train these toddlers. You know what I'm saying? Because they all need a pappy. Anyway, but yeah, grab deodorant and take y'all tolerology, man. Learn how to train y'all toddlers, because we about to tribe heavy. I'm about to change my intro tomorrow to a voicemail. Somebody told me, like, hey, I want to tribe with you, but I'm gonna change. But we gonna tribe heavy. But my number 2 fear in life is don't get killed by a nigga or a toddler. So y'all gotta be certified tolerologists before I even give y'all the next information that'll be on Discord, because it's not for everybody. It's only for tribesmen. So y'all gotta take the tolerology, and those who got the certification, I'm gonna show y'all how to get this bread, how to change your social designation, how to create your own little towns with your own municipality that you don't have to listen to no city or state laws, just federal. But the feds don't really have that many laws. It's not that many federal laws, bro. Most of the laws are city and state. The feds just pay for it. Every city, criminal laws are different. In Chicago, you might get 3 years for something you get 26 years for in Indiana, even though it's just 2 minutes away. Create your own system. Build, nigga. Quit trying to rebuild shit while girls breaking it. Quit trying to put out fires while she's sitting there with the lighter. Where my good lighter at? I just got this lighter for my cigars. I don't smoke cigar. She got the lighter like this, burning stuff. While you putting the fire out over there, she over here. You missed a spot. And y'all, we got to rebuild. Build from scratch. It's easier to maintain what you build than it is to rebuild something that you need to tear down. Let these toddlers start. Well, let them eat off the EBT like they've been doing. But I need y'all to be all right. Nobody cares about brother. I care about brothers. I don't care about color. Once y'all get out that color shit, you'll understand what you need to do in order to be a great man. Fuck being a color. Love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Pay your daycare fees. Try but.
The Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause I swear she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare.
Why are you moving out? Why did Daddy say so?
Because we were talking about every night, I wanted some boyfriend, so I'm moving out. Okay.
Because Daddy told you can't have a boyfriend in his house? So you're moving out?
Yes.